This video is sponsored by Helsinki Metal Festival 2023.
Hello everybody out there, this is Kai.
And Michael.
And we are booked for the Helsinki Metal Fest as headliners on the
11th of August.
11th.
After all the cancellations and stuff, we're happy to finally come to your country.
Yeah. Come
See you
watch
there
us.
then.
Yeah.
Hey buddy, and welcome to Rauta's Industrial Reviews. Here we have a classic album reissued by Cold Spring in 2022. This is Maschinenzimmer 412. I don't know how to say that in German. Maybe Ver ein zwei, something like that. Malfeitor is the album in question, however, and a lot of people know this band, this industrial act, by its later name MZ412. Whatever you name you prefer, both ways are okay as long as you got some googling skills. And here, this fine-looking digipack doesn't have any kind of more information than the one that you can see here on the other side of things, and that's pretty much the basic it. Looking like a nice digipack, but no liner notes, no memoirs or whatever you might feel that are part of the deal here. Now, if we tune in for the band's Bandcamp site, you will see that there are plenty of releases, and some of these are pointing out to different eras of the orchestra. And also you will see that a few years ago they celebrated 30 years of death, from 1988 to 2018. So 5 years later, we could say 35 years celebration. And this is indeed a cult act that started way beyond a lot of metal bands. And of course, as with their aesthetics and all that stuff, it has been inspiring a lot of bands out there, you know, with the music and all. And that combination of industrial music and aesthetics and the death industrial thing, of course, has been somewhat important part in the underground metal. Not most metalheads probably don't even have a clue what this kind of a dead industrial is to begin with, not to name certain given artists. But I would say MZ412 is one of the most important acts that ever existed in this particular subgenre of industrial music. And because I'm no expert in anything, and even little less with, you know, industrial music, I'm not gonna give you a full list of which artists were there first and which one should be the most important. I'm merely pointing out that obviously industrial is as vast of a genre of music as metal. So in case you're thinking, okay, it's industrial, it must sound something like Rammstein from Germany or Ministry from United States, I'm like, don't even start. This is a very different breed, a very different kind of a beast. And of course, as such, you have to embrace and accept that. And it might not be your cup of tea because this is less of a musical concept than what you might be thinking. I mean, where Rammstein is probably the pinnacle moment, the peak moment of industrial music as long as it comes to mainstream music anyway. And the Ministry even is more metallic in so many ways and also more, I guess, listenable, approachable. MZ412 is definitely more of an underground cult act, and as such the music is also not so easy to reach, easy to understand and all that stuff. Now mind you, I wouldn't say this is as hard to get your grasp as, say, power electronics or noise, but still this is kind of a deeper end of industrial music, meaning there are no nice tunes to hum to, whistle and whatever, or grab your guitar and, you know, start singing. This is not the kind of a music you do that for rather obvious reasons. But then again, this is also something that I would consider more pure industrial. I mean, it's not some guitar-driven music where you just have some nice sing-along parts, but indeed you have the machine-made elements which really give you the kind of a factory-like feeling. When I say factory-like, I really mean the kind of an industrial sense of set of, you know, sounds, feeling and all that stuff. Sometimes you might have the kind of a certain tempo with certain clanging noises and whatnot. But more often, it's just kind of like what would you expect from dark ambient, but from a different angle. That is, these are in very sense some kind of non-musical approaches, and as such, definitely not everybody's cup of tea. Then again, I happen to like when sometimes musical acts go amusical, if that makes any sense. However, I wouldn't call this album as good as, say, Macht durch Stimme album, which I featured already in the spring, because that kind of has better flow. That is kind of a weird word to be used for that industrial act, because like I said, this isn't about so much, creating sonic patterns in the sense of, riffs, melodies, vocals, whatever. This is industrial, and that's not even supposed to be happening. And I'll use this as my disclaimer. Maybe I'm not the core audience for this kind of music, so take it as you wish. But that being said, the previous album, which I featured already a few months ago, this other album, which is also here on the site as well, I think that has overall a little bit better output when it comes to MZ412's style. And as such, I would say if you're new to the genre, if you're new to the band, that would probably be somewhat easier to approach. And this only if you happen to like the other album. This is somewhere more like lacking the impact, for the lack of better terms or words. I'm saying this is more like experimental side of things, more like a demo version of that album in a way. But this is only my take. I'm saying this is maybe more minimal and maybe less powerful, and as such it leaves me with less bruises. This is as close as I can get to a certain kind of a comparison without actually playing you the music. So now it's your turn to do it. You will find this link provided in the description box, and you can start listening to it. And if you like like the physical products, like I always say, go for it. And you will find this on Cold Spring Labels selection. Nice work in terms of physical product, and this is, in my opinion, something that makes it more worthwhile, because not all of this music is available on streaming services as much as people would like it. But then again, spinning a CD or vinyl for that matter, I think it brings some kind of extra value to the whole thing. But I get it, some people just want to go with the digital. I do it myself too when I'm driving a car or going to the gym. CDs are not exactly the handiest format there. But that goes sidetracks. Now I hope I have piqued your interest, and check out Maschinenzimmer 412. And if it's not your cup of tea, don't worry about it. There are plenty of other bands, artists, and releases to check out. But this is something interesting, and these reissues are a nice way to get to know them, even if you missed them back in the days because you were too young, uneducated, or whatnot. Now, off you go, start listening, and I hope you like that stuff and all that. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.